guys, it's Lauren. Welcome back to my channel. It's so good to see you guys. Oh my gosh. So this is the second vlog of 2022, the second vlog that I've ever really done. So be patient and bear with me here, okay? Today I am going to be building my terrarium. You may have seen in my last video that I was able to finally find another one of those glass aquariums that doesn't come with the pump, it doesn't come with all the extra blah blah blah, okay? It is just the glass. And that's what I like to use for my terrariums because I find that there's enough vertical space and there's enough wide space for me to work with personally. Today I need to build that terrarium and record it. It'll probably be going up sometime next week. So, gotta get that done. Oh, I have to clean and organize my room up a little bit and get some new lights put up so that I can have a new home for my new terrarium, right? Alright, so this is what I ended up doing. I cleaned off this shelf and I ended up installing new little bar lights. These are not the best grow lights, but they're definitely on the cheaper side and they fit under the shelves perfectly, leaving room for my little terrariums under here. So I'm just going to keep using them. They do come with like a little sticky thing, but I don't really rely on that. I screw them in, but there's clearly enough room. Clearly the plants are happy. This is my terrarium I did less than a year ago. One of the first ones. Everything in it is thriving, so the grow lights definitely work even though they're cheaper. So, and then I put other ones, moved all the stuff over here, and then I put new ones on this shelf as well. And then I've got my little propagations, and I moved my begonias up here, and I need to repot all of that. It's still a hot mess, but we're working on it. We're getting there. Alright guys, so I was working on my terrarium. I just finished it. I only have the one camera, so I had to use it to record me setting up the terrarium. So unfortunately I didn't get like very many screenshots of me building the terrarium, but you'll be seeing that up pretty soon. Probably the next video after this one, honestly. I'm thinking next Tuesday. I wanted to have it ready for tomorrow, but that's just not going to happen. So, unfortunately. I'm not happy with it. No, it's missing something. I don't like it. Like, I like it. I'm happy with it, but it's missing something. So I have to figure out what that is. And I know it's going to look really cool once it's filled in and everything, but it is definitely missing something and I have to figure that out. I think it's missing moss. I think I need to have more moss. I thought the salaginella that I got for it was going to be enough. I think I need some moss for it. So we'll probably go out in the garden. I don't have time today because I got to drive. So I've got to go pick up my husband and bring him back home from work. And I just don't have the time today to finish this, unfortunately. So I think this is where I'm going to leave this off. But we'll pick it up tomorrow and we'll figure out what's going on tomorrow. Sound like a plan? Good morning. Oh my goodness. Good coffee. Gotta love good coffee. Alright, I don't know if you guys can hear it, but it's raining outside. It's pouring down rain. Which kind of limits what I was gonna do today, unfortunately. So what I really wanted to do today was go outside and I wanted to go gathering some stuff from the yard. I wanted to pick up some moss for the terrarium, and I wanted to go, I have a whole big patch of lemon balm out there, and I just kind of wanted to go and see like the new pretty stuff that I have going on in the yard because it feels like spring. It feels like spring, even though the rain outside tells me it's not. I don't believe it. But there's definitely spring vibes going on. So, not going to be able to do that today, unfortunately. Maybe we'll end up doing that tomorrow. Alright, but what we are going to do today is go down in the kitchen, because what I managed to do last night was stop at the grocery store on the way back home. I didn't film anything, sorry. But I managed to get 3 different types of plants. One definitely is going to be a rehab plant. I'll show it to you in a minute. But I was able to get 3 different herb plants. So we're going to end up incorporating them into my little kitchen window display thing. And I've got to shuffle around a bunch of things. I've got to pot up all my propagations. Yeah, because I brought them home last night and I was taking a look around this morning and I was like, wow, I have so many Terrarium propagations just decorating my kitchen. There's no room for anything else. Not a bit. So I've got to get that taken care of. So I've got to pot those up and I've got to shuffle some stuff around, and then I might have to figure out what I'm going to do with this one plant that's super struggling. It was the only one left and I didn't want to leave it. So that's what the plan is now, and we'll kind of go from there. Okay? All right, let me take you down to the kitchen.
All right, so I have Terrarium everywhere. I have some over here and up on that other shelf. And then I've got some all the way down over here. And just so many propagations. And I found 2 more practically full pots of it, in addition to the giant pot. So I'm just going to pot all of this together. And this is the size that I'm going to use. Whatever fits in here, great. I just used a 50% perlite mixture and a 50% soil, and I'm just kind of unpotting these and tucking them in, and then I'm going to put all of the cuttings in around, and whatever fits is what I'm going to use. The rest I'm going to get rid of because it's just an excessive amount. So this is the struggling time. I repotted it last night. It does not seem very happy. So we're gonna have to fix that. And then I got a mint plant here, and this is a rosemary plant here. They both look really cool. I love the textures. I think they're gonna look awesome up on the wall. So pretty excited for them. They're both pretty thirsty though. So, but not bad for like $4 Walmart plants.
Okay, so the thyme is struggling so hardcore because it doesn't have enough humidity, right? So I think what I'm going to end up doing is putting it in a terrarium. I don't know how many people, like, ideally I would want to get eventually like a little greenhouse, like a little kitchen greenhouse, like have like the white and the black ones, and they look really classy and really cool. I would love to get one of those, but I don't have one of those right this second, and this plant is not going to wait for 3 or 4 days for an Amazon shipment to arrive anyway. If, you know, and I like to shop around too. Like, I'm not the person that just decides impulsively, like, I'm going to drop all this money on this thing because that's what I like for this moment in time. Like, no, I'll go to Goodwill and I will look around and I will try to find one that's cheaper. I don't want to pay $60 for something that I can get for like $20, you know? So, but what I'm going to end up doing right now is just putting it in a little homemade terrarium. I have a pickle jar and I'm just going to kind of roll with that. So I'm going to go get the plant, and then we're going to kind of head over to my little makeshift potting station over here, and we're going to get that taken care of. Yep. So see you in a minute.
Alright, so I grabbed this big jar from my jar stash. It's like a pickle jar or whatever, but I think I'm going to use this to put the herbs in, the thyme in, because it clearly needs a higher humidity than I have down there. And I'm just going to kind of do like a terrarium setup a little bit. This is going to contain the humidity. I'm going to keep it open for it, but I am going to put a perlite base in the bottom, and then I will pot the plant on top of that. And that's just kind of how I'm going to go about doing this. I think that's going to work out better. So, yep, that's the plan. Alright, so I got the perlite in the bottom for the rocky base and the drainage base, and then I put the sphagnum on top to act as kind of like a mesh. So I just need to plant my plant in it now. So I'm trying to make like a little macrame hanger thing to hang off the side of my cupboards for my herbs. So I tied a knot up there, and I tied a knot up there, and tied a knot here to see if I kind of have enough. And then I'm going to undo those knots and tie in a couple more knots just to hold the pots in. And you can see that that's what I did right here. I just added a couple extra knots. There's no rhyme or reason. I didn't really record it. I'm sorry, guys. So this is terrible lighting, but I don't know. Overall, I think the kitchen looks great. I think hopefully tomorrow the weather will be nicer and we can just go out and we can explore and we can gather some stuff up from the yard and incorporate that in. And I will have to figure out how to clean the moss properly and whatnot. And hopefully I can get it into my terrarium before, you know, the end of this week and finish that video up for next week for you guys, because this has to be out by Saturday. So that's just kind of where I'm at right now. But I think I'm gonna go drive and pick up my husband and my son, and I need more coffee. And yeah, that's gonna be it for today. I think I'm trying to keep it condensed down to planty stuff, because most of my stuff is like kids stuff or crafty stuff if it's not plant stuff, and I don't know if that's gonna interest everybody. So yeah, so I'll let you guys go. But I hope you have an amazing day, and I will see you in the morning. Alright, so weather is finally kind of nice-ish. So we're gonna go and gather some moss and some lemon balm and kind of take a look at what's going on around the property a little bit. Maybe talk about some cuttings of the fruit trees. We'll see how they're doing. And yeah. So right down here is where I have the lemon balm from last year. So I'm just going to harvest some of this. Hopefully we can get some with roots, which would be great. And it's right under the pear tree, so there's kind of leftover pear bits and leaves and whatnot. But we try to dig these up and see if we can get some roots. Alright, got some with roots. Now we've just got to go and gather up some moss. Hopefully it doesn't start raining. Right, so I found a really good patch over here. It looks like it grows very aggressively. I've definitely taken all of this off in the summertime and then it's just grown back again. It's really soft. I'm not sure what kind it is, but I am gonna harvest a little bit of it. I understand that when you're out harvesting, and this is my yard, so it's not like I'm going elsewhere, but when you're harvesting moss, I know that you just want to grab a little bit. You don't want to take all of it, and you want the colony to be able to reestablish itself. So I'm just taking just a little bit. It's so pretty, but there's a whole bunch of different kinds of moss on here. I don't know all the different kinds. I'll have to educate myself on that, but I'm just going to pay attention to where it's coming from and act accordingly, and just taking little bits responsibly of it. And I am definitely gonna have to make sure I figure out how to clean all of this properly. You can see a little wormy guy down there. Yeah, sorry worm baby. I don't see any on this piece though. All right. There is a good amount over here. All of this lighter, brighter green is actually moss under the grass. I don't know what kind it is, but it looks really cool. And there is a ton of it, so I'm definitely gonna grab some of that up. Alright, so I'm just going to use some cool water to clean all of this moss off. I'm mainly just trying to get any dirt or critters off for the most part. I don't want to sanitize it because I don't want to ruin any natural ecosystems that are in there that are going to help my plants in the long run, because there's micro ecosystems in all of this. So I'm not trying to ruin that. I just don't want little buggies coming into my terrariums unless I go out of my way to invite them in. So I'm just gonna kind of rinse this off. I know some people will use like a water bleach mixture, but I'm gonna try this and see how it goes. I'd rather not use bleach if I don't have to. I'm just gonna let them soak for a little bit in there and then I'll take them out, and I've got to do the rest of this, but I'll do it off camera. And then here's what I've decided to do with the lemon balm. I'm just going to keep it in this little cup of water for a little bit until I see new growth, and then I'll pot it up because I don't know how happy it's going to be being ripped up. I'm just going to set it here. And it does look like it's deficient in something.
Alright guys, so I think that's it for this one. Keep an eye out next Tuesday for my terrarium video so you can see the whole thing, kind of since you got on the little emotional journey with me to build it in the first place. Let me know down below, are you excited for spring? Are the farmers markets popping up anytime soon for you? What are the best ways to get herbs in your opinion? Because I'm definitely going to want to get more, so definitely let me know down below. Yeah, thank you guys so much. I will see you in the next one. Bye!